In those kind of moments, I just try to have tunnel vision and just kind of lock in on the pitcher and just focus on my at-bat itself.
I'm cold, but I like to always stay ready to go, stay checked into the game mentally on the bench and cheering my teammates on, so if my number is called in, I'm ready to go.
When it came down to it, I think they just figured it was time to ground out at-bats, and they started doing that. And we put a couple of starters in there, and the next thing you know is, we got a walk-off. And I kind of said earlier before that inning, I said it's a great day for our first walk-off, and they came through, so I'm happy for the guys.
You want to hear more great quotes like that from Josh Leadham, the manager Skip Martinez, and in addition to that, the hero tonight, Kenny Dodson Jr.? Well, the only way you're going to be able to do so is to continue listening to the official Batavia Muck Dogs postgame show, which begins right now. Walk-off winners are your Batavia Muck Dogs. Good evening, Batavia, as your team pulls off a come-from-behind 3-run epic comeback for the ages, down 4-1 going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Did not have a lot going offensively in this contest, but then all of a sudden, Gavin Schrader with the opposite field single to left center sparked the rally, and they just kept on doing it. Great, smart, disciplined at-bats, and in the end, it was Kenny Dodson who walked it off with a walk-off winner. So with that, let's get you to the highlights of the game, hear how they got it done. Again, these highlights, as always, brought to you by the Batavia Muck Dogs Baseball Network. Stands in from the right side. Pitch. Corso swings, and it's a high fly ball to left center. Let's see if they're going to send Schrader. Left fielder underneath it makes the catch. They do send him, and there's not even going to be a play at the plate as the throw is cut off between second and third, and cutting it off was the shortstop Seifert. So coming across the score is Schrader, and in the home half, the first thanks to the sac fly by Corso. Batavia strikes first. It is your Muck Dogs 1, Erie Buffalo, no score. For the first base side of the rubber, it'll be a 1-2. Sets in, the pitch swung on, driven into left center, it gets down! Gonna tie the game, and now it keeps rolling to the left center field wall. They're gonna send the next runner to the plate. He'll score standing up and sliding into third with the 2-out triple is Owen Silliman, and the bad guys have taken the lead. It's now Erie Buffalo 2 and Batavia 1. As it's Mike Austin, the extra hitter now, 2 up, second and third, 1 out. And that swung on and whacked into left field. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold the second runner at second, or third rather, standing on first. With a 1-out RBI single to left is Austin. And in the top of the 7th, Erie Buffalo now leading at 3-1 over your Muck Dogs. Ready to go. Burley going to have to go with another big pitch here to get out of this. Swung on, and he might have done it. Chopper over the mound. Shortstop Rodriguez charging. Go to first. Can't come up with it. Down the right field line. So it is Flynn coming across to score. He scores, and meanwhile on first, we'll see how they score it. There's a single, but an E6 that allows the run to come across. And in the top of the 8th, Erie Buffalo 4, Batavia 1. At this point, things looked pretty bleak for your Batavia Muck Dogs, down 4-1, trailing going into the home half of the 9th. But as we have known all season, this is a team with a never-say-die attitude. They don't quit, they grind, they lock it in, and they somehow find a way to come back. And once again, they're able to rip out the hearts of Erie Buffalo by doing the same thing with a huge 3-run rally in the bottom of the 9th to tie things up at 4. One swung on, ripped to left field, in there for a base hit! 1-run score standing up, that is Canoe taking a big turn around first, but staying right there is Batavia's own Grazia playing. So it is Schrader who scores standing up. Canoe goes to third. And out first, Vinny Grazio playing with a clutch hit tying runs now on base. Get ready, folks. Your Muck Dogs are coming in the bottom of the ninth. Erie Buffalo 4, Batavia 2. So here is Abner Benitez, and fans always get pumped when he steps in. Even more so now in an RBI situation. The pitch gets away from the catcher, and Zucchino scores! Moving on up to second base now with that on the wild pitch, which is big as Grazio playing, scoring his Canoe. Bottom of the ninth, still one out, and your Muck Dogs now one big base hit away from tying it. 3-0 down and inside. Fry with the game-tying 4-pitch walk. And ladies and gentlemen, we are tied up at 4 in the bottom of the ninth. Your Muck Dogs have come all the way back. And now, can they send us into post-game fireworks? With fireworks of their own, we're going to find out. Kenny Dodson going to have the first chance. He'll stand in right side. And that right there is the resiliency of this Muck Dog squad that Coach Martinez continues to address time after time in post-game victories this season. They really continue to show their mettle. When things get tough, they grind in and get even tougher, and give them credit to come all the way back, tying it at 4 when their offense hadn't done anything almost all day through the first 8 innings, at least outside of the one run in the first. But they were able to get it tied, and it set things up. Bases loaded, 1 out, 3-2 count, and the hitter was Kenny Dodson. Bases loaded, 1 out, 3-2. Game-winning run, 90 feet or 1 ball away. Righty against righty. Payoff pitch. On, and he missed! Just off the plate! A little bit outside, and folks, the first walk-off victory of the season for your Batavia Muck Dogs. Your final tonight, game-winning walk-off walk. Just huge for Kenny Dodson as the whole team just carries them on their shoulders. Your final score tonight, Batavia 5, Erie Buffalo 4. On fireworks night here at Dwyer, they score 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth and win. And all I can say, folks, what a ball game. And your Batavia Muck Dogs get the win. Wow! We hope you enjoyed those highlights, as always, proudly presented to you by the Batavia Muck Dogs Baseball Network. Now, you heard how they got it done, the comeback, and everything. Now, let's hear from what the players themselves had to say, including Skip, in our tour of the locker room. Again, as always, presented to you by the Batavia Muck Dogs Baseball Network. Here with Kenny Dodson, the man who was the hero tonight with the walk-off walk in a 5-4 walk-it-off win against Erie Buffalo. And first things first, Kenny, congrats on the win. Huge at bat there after your team had rallied to tie. How do you keep yourself disciplined and not try to chase or go out of the zone in that situation?
In those kind of moments, I just try to have tunnel vision and just kind of lock in on the pitcher and just focus on my at-bat itself and not really worry about anything outside of that. And I just really try to stay simple with that kind of stuff.
And are you, in that situation, are you looking for any specific pitch, or you just, what you looking for in that at-bat?
In those kinds of at-bats, I'm not really trying to be too broad, but I'm not trying to be too specific. I'm really just looking for things in my hitting zone where I know I can hit baseballs. And when I got down there and I was just trying to battle and just trying to do anything to get that next one across.
First walk-off win of the season, down 4-1. Your offense had been struggling for the better part of 8 innings, and all of a sudden they just come out like that and have that big explosion. What do you think that says about this team and this lineup, that even if they've been kind of not at their best for 8 innings, they can put it aside and still find a way to win?
Yeah, we've been in that spot before, being down late, but we know that when we all come together and we all know we got to string together better at bats to bring us win late in games. We know that we got to, really bear down. We got to go get it one guy to another, and we can't lose confidence in those kind of moments. And we just got to get with it,
And, obviously Skip had some fun with the lineup today. You saw some pitchers hitting and then hitters, including Tyler Canoe, go out and pitch. And Tyler, who's been so amazing for you guys here, he goes out there, and it's no big deal to him. 2 shutout innings. What did you think about him today?
Canoe has always been a great guy for us in the clubhouse, in the dugout, on the field. Seeing him go on the mound today and do what he did was just awesome. And then seeing him come to the plate just right after that was just even better. So, he's going to be a guy for us all year.
You guys continue to be a tough team to beat here at Dwyer. You only have 3 losses all season, and again, just very tough to finish off. What do you think it is about this atmosphere? You guys just keep winning here.
I think it's comes a lot from the fans and hearing all the support we have from the stands. It's a really great atmosphere we have here, and I think that boosts every part of our game up anytime we're at home.
And, between when you're going to the bottom of the 9th inning, still down 3, what's the mentality on the bench? Like, what's the feeling there, down by 3, but still at 3 outs left?
No matter what we're doing, where we're at in the lineup or how many runs we're down, we always got to know it's just get it to the next guy, having good AB after good AB, and not getting too crazy, not trying to do it all in one swing, just getting it from the next guy to the next guy, and just use it. It's a real team effort, team win there.
And, overall, you got a lot of good pitching performances in this game from places you didn't expect, just the versatility of this team. Some thoughts on that as far as, whoever came in seemed to come up big.
We got guys that have backgrounds pitching. We got guys that can really control the zone and that haven't been able to do it in a while. So seeing them come out to do what they did tonight was really cool for us, and I would love to see that again.
Throughout the night, last thing here, Kenny, throughout the night, that outside pitch, for the most part, was called a strike. When it's 3-2, it gets delivered, and the home plate umpire doesn't make the strike call, and you get to go down to first base knowing when, what's going through your mind at that point? What's that feeling like?
Still just me sticking to my approach, sticking to what I know was right and wrong, and, just not letting any prior at-bats in any game affect me later on. So really stuck to myself and trusted my gut on that last at-bat, and I'm glad it worked out for us.
Kenny, on that note, thank you so much for the time, and congrats on the win and the walk-off walk.
Thank you so much.
Here with Josh Leadham after the thrilling walk-off 5-4 win tonight against Erie Buffalo. And Josh, first, you had a huge day yesterday with 3 RBIs down in Jamestown. But tonight, you had a key hit in that bottom of the 9th to keep that rally going and set it up eventually for Kenny. You've really had a lot of success at the plate lately. What's that feeling like, and what do you think's allowed you to start to get the results at the plate?
Yeah, it's nice. I've been seeing the ball pretty well recently. I'm not chasing pitches out of the zone, and I'm starting to stay on my back leg a little bit longer and not be so out in front of everything. So I think that's been helping me be successful.
Now, you didn't get the start in this game initially, but you came off the bench, and then you were big. How difficult is that? You got to stay ready, stay focused when you didn't come in to start the game.
Yeah, obviously it's not easy coming into the game cold, but I like to always stay ready to go, stay checked into the game mentally on the bench and cheering my teammates on. So if my number is called, then I'm ready to go.
Skip was having a little bit of fun with the lineup today, having pitchers hit, hitters come out and pitch. And Tyler Canoe, who's been great for you guys offensively, and now he goes out there, it doesn't bother him, 2 shutout innings. Did you get a kick? What were your thoughts on him tonight?
Yeah, that was awesome. A lot of us are able to pitch today, and we're actually throwing guys tomorrow too. And Canoe did a great job, and hopefully we can keep rolling tomorrow.
And, you got that big hit in the bottom of the ninth that kept things going. And, in that situation, when you guys are down 3 and you guys all of a sudden explode, what's the mentality to keep playing station to station, not try to do too much in that situation, keep it going?
Yeah, exactly. Approach just has to be get the bat to the next guy. Let them come to you, take what they give you, and don't try to do too much, and just pass it to the next guy, and things like that happen.
And then as far as, you got several big performances on the mound from pretty much everybody, even unexpected. It's showing some versatility in this team. What do you think that means for this team going forward?
Yeah, we have a lot of talent everywhere on up and down the lineup, so it's just great to have. I'm looking forward to what's coming in the next month.
And to see Kenny get that walk-off walk right there and, be able to stay as disciplined as he was as a teammate when you see him come through like that, what's going through your mind?
Yeah, that was huge. I was on second base looking in, and he was able to fight off a 2-strike pitch to earn that full count and get the pitcher to walk him. So he had a great at bat and able to stay focused.
And what's the mentality of the team on the bench? You guys are down by 3, bottom of the 9th. Your offense had struggled for that part of 8 innings, and then you guys spring to life like that. Like, what's the feeling on the bench there?
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is a couple of hits. Gavin was able to lead off the inning with a great hit, and Canoe strung one, and they started to come together, and it just gets positive, and we keep passing the bat.
You guys continue to win here at Dwyer. Only 3 losses on the season. What do you think, again, it is about playing here? You guys are just so unbeatable.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great environment here. The fans are awesome. We love the clubhouse and everything that we have here, so it's definitely makes winning a lot easier.
And final thing here, Josh, is that you guys have played a lot of games in a row. You don't get many off days, but still this team continues to find a way to battle through and get wins. And, what do you think that says about this team?
Yeah, I think it's tiring, but it definitely shows mental toughness, and we're able to come out every day and do what it takes to get a victory.
And on that note, Josh, thank you for the time. Congratulations on the walk-off win.
Thank you.
Here with Coach Martinez following a 5-4 walk-off win for your Batavia Muck Dogs tonight. And Skip, your team down by 3, going into the bottom of the 9th. Your offense had a hard time of it. Going in, and all of a sudden, they just explode like that. What do you think that says about this lineup, that even when they don't play well for 8 innings, they can just forget about it?
Again, it goes down to, we had some guys in there that normally don't hit and play, so that was a little fun for the guys. But when it came down to it, I think they just figured it was time to ground out at bats, and they started doing that. And we put a couple of starters in there, and the next thing you know is, we got a walk-off. And, I kind of said earlier before that inning, I said it's a great day for our first walk-off, and then, they came through, so I'm happy for the guys.
Prophetic words. And then as far as, I was just going to ask you as far as having some fun with the lineup today. But Tyler Canoe, who's been so great offensively and defensively for you guys, he goes on the mound, and it's like no trouble for him. 2 shutout innings. What else can you say about this guy at this point?
That's a very talented young man. I don't want him to pitch ever again, but because that kid can swing it. We were just having fun. I think it's a good morale builder for our guys, where they go out here and pitchers are hitting a couple times, and it's just we got to keep it loose. And, it makes their season enjoyable in a sense. So to see him pitch like that, it wasn't no surprise. He's such an athlete, and he's such a gamer that, he wants to compete at everything he does. So, I'm happy for the guys and, all the guys that participated today and those guys that got to pitch. And, it's good to see these guys have fun, man. And we're fortunate to come out on top today.
And Kenny getting the walk-off walk. The RBI with the bases loaded. He took a pretty tough pitch there. That fastball on the outside corner, the umpire at home was given that all night long. And for him to be able to have the guts to actually take that pitch and get the win, how good do you feel for Kenny, and what do you think that says about him as a hitter?
Luckily, that's ironic that I worked with Kenny earlier today, and we did a couple things trying to get him going. And again, he went from I think a 1-2 count or a 2-2 count, 1-2 count I think to a full count. Again, that says what we've been talking about all season, you and I. These guys continue to be savages in the box. To quote the great Aaron Boone, these guys continue to have those type of at bats, and we got to come up with our own term there. But I think our guys are having those type of at bats all season long. There's a lot of at-bats that I see our team go from 1-2 to 0-2 to like 3-2, and they work it out. And that's what I really, really enjoy about our staff, our offense. They really just get it to the point where they focus and grind out at-bats. And I think it's a big part of our success this year and going forward. And tonight was a perfect example of Kenny's at-bat with that type of at-bat to grind it out and get the walk and get the walk-off.
And, your bullpen overall tonight and your pitching staff, even if it was position players, some of them, they still kept you right in the game. Yeah. As a manager, showing that type of versatility from your team, how does that make you feel as far as going forward here?
It's good to know that we got guys like that if we ever needed them. We really don't want to go there with those guys, but it's good to know, just in case of an emergency, all that stuff. But again, it goes, our pitching staff, our normal pitching staff have been doing a great job all year. And in games like this, we got to give them a rest. And, we were fortunate enough to give guys rest and get guys innings that needed innings. But this team is, I think, again, it goes into our overall depth, right? And I've been talking about that all season. And recruiting this team this year, I wanted to make sure, and we wanted to make sure we had depth. And we have depth at every position, on the mound, at the plate, offensively, defensively. And I think, again, that's where one of our strengths are. And that's, the results are there because of what we have depth-wise.
And as far as, you guys are in the middle of just a grueling stretch here. You don't have many off days.
Right.
And you got a couple more coming up this weekend. But you guys keep rolling off wins. What do you think that is about this team that even when they have to play so many games in a row, even if they're tired, they just keep finding a way to fight and win?
Again, resiliency, right? We talked about that earlier in the season. We got a bunch of resilient guys that really are here to compete, and they just find ways to win. And, if you look at, a good example is when you look at the player of the game that, we do out in the fan page and all that stuff, it's a different guy every night. So, somebody steps up every night, and that's a part about being a good team, right? You can't depend on 2-3 guys. Our depth is there. Every night somebody steps up to the plate and comes through big. We're playing good baseball. We got a big grind coming up in July, and I'm confident that our guys are going to get through this grind and still be near the top of the division and competing.
With a game tomorrow, you're going to have some fun with the lineup again tomorrow?
Oh, absolutely. Why not? We got to keep it going, man. I think, again, it's a great morale boost for our guys. Me and Coach E, and we talk about it. They're having fun. We're having fun watching it. And it's just a part of the culture here, right? We want to be we want to play good baseball, winning baseball, but at the same time we want to make sure these guys are having a good time and enjoying the game. I think a lot of it is missed when you're so competitive and you're playing in a competitive league where everything is serious every day and every game means something. We still want that mentality, but a little fun just brings up the morale and just gets everybody involved, and it's just a big boost for our team. So it's fun to do it. We will do it again tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it.
And I will say it's a lot of fun to call as well and announce from up in the booth. So on that note, Coach, thank you so much. Congrats on the win, and thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Shout out to my wife and my kids. Miss you back home. Daddy's having a good season. I'll call you tomorrow, and go Dogs.
And I think those interviews right there said it best about just how determined this team is. They just never give up. And to get a walk-off win, that's always special, especially in a game like this, where they were struggling so badly offensively over those first few innings, the majority of the game. And you have to give credit to Erie Buffalo. But the Muck Dogs finally found it inside themselves, were able to get the rally and get a huge win as they continue to roll in to tomorrow night's contest on now a 3-game winning streak. And before we sign off here, one more piece of business we need to take care of, and that is the scoreboard to look around the PGCBL on this Friday night. And we have to start with a double-header sweep that you can file this one under absolutely surprising. Did not see this one coming, but you know how the Utica Blue Sox were on such a roll? Well, they weren't against Amsterdam. They scored just one time at home against Amsterdam, and Amsterdam went on to sweep them in the doubleheader, beating them by scores of 3-0 and 3-1. Wow, baseball, certainly a crazy game sometimes. Wouldn't have seen that coming. Niagara taking down Batavia's opponent on Sunday, Geneva, by a final count of 6-5. Auburn over Mohawk Valley 1-0. It was Albany over Glens Falls 7-1. Watertown beats Boonville 12-1. Saugerties over Oneonta 6-5. Elmira, the downstate rival for your Muck Dogs, they shut out Newark 13-0. And I know with the way Newark won 3 out of 4 against the Muck Dogs this season, Batavia fans' hearts are just breaking for Newark as they get pounded 13-0. and that is a look around the PGCBL scoreboard on the Batavia Muck Dogs postgame show. And with that, that's going to do it for this official Batavia Muck Dogs postgame show. I'm John Karuba. Next broadcast for you going to come tomorrow evening as they take on Queen City Metalworks against your Batavia Muck Dogs at Dwyer Stadium. First pitch set for 7:05. So until then, for everybody here at Dwyer Stadium, my name is John Karuba signing off. One more time tonight, your final score. Batavia, their first walk-off win of the season, and they do so coming back from 4-1 in the ninth. It was your Batavia Muck Dogs 5 and the Erie Buffalo 4. For listening to today's presentation of Batavia Muck Dogs Baseball and this edition of the Batavia Muck Dogs Postgame Show. Tune into the next exciting telecast to catch everything exciting with your Muck Dogs on the Batavia Muck Dogs Baseball Network.